What does racial profiling mean to you? Webster Dictionary defines it as the use of race or ethnicity as grounds for suspecting someone of committing an offense. In recent years, there have been many incidents where racial profiling has went wrong. One recent story is the Michael Dunn case, where he racially profiled a group of African American teenage boys for playing loud music in a parking lot. Dunn was a police officer that worked in Jacksonville, Florida, where he opened fire on the vehicle after he claimed one of the teenage boys threatened his life with a gun. Out of the 9 bullets he fired, 3 of them hit and killed Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis was a 17-year-old kid whose life was took because of listening to music in a vehicle. Even though a gun was never found in the vehicle, Dunn states he is the victim in this incident. Michael Dunn is now facing charges of second-degree murder in the death of Jordan Davis. Today I'm going to talk to you about the history of racial profiling, the degrading of community policing, and what is being done about it. When did racial profiling become such a major issue in today's society? In an article by Kenneth Rushing, racial profiling is not a problem that just recently started. It has been going on for centuries. The first examples of the issues dates all the way back to the days when African Americans were enslaved. Back in the day, blacks could not walk around freely without being harassed by law enforcement or any white person on the street. They had to be able to prove that they were free and had permission to be walking around. If they could not provide the proper documents, they were subject to whippings and other punishment, including death. Even years later, after slavery ended, African Americans still faced racial profiling, and other races started to be affected by it also. In the 1980s, when the drug wars first started and the country was looking to bring it to an end, African Americans became the main focus. Urban black neighborhoods became the main target areas for cops to stop drug sales and usage. As far as other races, after September 11th, the Arab, Muslim, and South Asian races started to be picked out more than other races when coming through airports. They had to face more searches and interrogations than any other race when traveling. As you can see, racial profiling was an issue back in the day, just like it's still a major issue now. Then you have the degrading of community policing, which has become a major issue in many communities across different states. You mostly see this issue in urban black communities where crime rates are high. Racial profiling degrades the trust in the community by creating a loss of trust in law enforcement officers meant to protect the civilians in these communities. This issue affects people wanting to come forward and help out the cops if they happen to know information about a crime. Local community personnel observe police officers arrest people in their neighborhoods, and if officers in a mixed-race environment only focus on that one race, it appears to people to be of a racist act. The only way this issue could ever be fixed within the communities is if the cops show the people that they are there to help and not judge them of the color of their skin. When it comes to racial profiling, it will always be a major issue unless someone takes a stand against it. On the website We Are One America, they show what people are doing to bring racial profiling to a stop in the communities. One way people are standing up against this issue is by starting the Face the Truth campaign. This campaign is pushing for Congress to sign the End Racial Profiling Act. They are also fighting to get the administration to change the 2013 Department of Justice guidance of racial profiling. Another group of people that are making moves to bring this issue to an end is the NNACP. The National Association of the Advancement of Colored People have took steps to help the victims of racial profiling. The only way racial profiling will come to an end is if people continue to get the word out to other people. To conclude, racial profiling will continue to be an issue in today's communities unless we take a stance against it. We have to realize that people have been facing this issue since the days of slavery. Many years later, people of every race is still having to face racial profiling in their everyday lives. When people of the community lose trust in the one main support system that is there to keep them safe, nothing good will come out of it. Degrading community policing could be fixed if the officers just did their job the correct way. The people would be willing to help out when they are needed to better their communities. Finally, there are groups of people out there that want to bring a stop to racial profiling, but they cannot do it themselves. There has to be more community involvement to really get the word out there. Unless there is a major change in today's society on the way people think about other races, racial profiling will continue to exist.